Alright, OC's Finest here again with another deck profile. What's your name and what are you playing?
Ryan, I'm playing Tricolor Cell. So there was a Core TCG shop tournament last week, and then I got second. I got a tie with Cell that was slow playing.
Oh yeah.
That's about it.
Oh damn.
So starting off, we're playing 3 blue. It's not 4 because if you run too many blues, then you're not going to see enough green for the deck. And then 3 Bulma. You're playing 4 Whis, so 3 is a good amount to search, and also you can charge it under if you have too many. Then 4 Kaba. The deck is blue, green, red, and Kaba helps you awaken when you're at an odd number so that you don't have to use TN all the time. Plus it's a 1 mana double strike, and it helps you easily kill your opponent. Then 4 Mighty Mask. This is the best card in the deck.
Oh yeah.
You can swing with it, then tribute it off to grab a Trunks and Goten. Trunks are your perfect shields, and your Gotens you grab for colors.
Damn.
And so these are all the targets for Mighty Mask. 4 of the shield. Then you play 1 of the red Trunks, 1 of the red Goten just to search out Gotenks. Then 2 of the green Goten for viability, and 1 blue for in case you need to grab a blue.
Nice.
Being able to search the shield is really important because at around like turn 7 you'll have all 4 shields in hand and you can start going for game. Then I'm playing 3 TN. 4 is too cloggy. You awaken very fast, and if your opponent's not awakening you, you can still play without your flipped version. You just need, because your deck pluses so much. Then we have 1 Jocko. I didn't know what the last card should be, so I guess put it in 1 because it's blue and it helps just against random other cells that try to awaken with TN, and it helps you slow them down. Then 3 Kale. Kale is amazing. She just pops any of your 1-drops and then blows up the entire board of tokens. And then what's great about her is that if you're actually running low on cards, which this deck hardly ever does, she swings and draws 1, and she has critical, so she threatens the life, and then your opponent will have to essentially block it, and so they don't want to lose anything.
Damn, man, that's pretty good.
Then we're playing 2 of the Mana Whis, and then 2 of the Blocker Whis. So the deck is essentially toolbox, and you search whatever you need. If you're playing against a slower deck, you want to grab the Mana Whis, and if you're playing against Cell, you grab the Blocker Whis to have no way to get rid of it. Then we have 2 of the Promo Gohan. This is in the deck because it's green, and only because when you cannot pop with your Cell, you play this and then you get a free pop, then next turn you can pop another thing with Cell.
Not bad.
Then we're playing 3 of the green Gotenks, which is searchable with the red Trunks and the red Goten. This essentially just costs 3 and you draw 1, and it's double strike, so you can start playing 2 in a turn and start swinging for game really early. And then we have the extra cards. We're playing 2 Vados Assistants. This is amazing with the Blocker Whis, because what happens is that you block with the Whis, you protect it, then you negate the next attack and restand the Whis, so you get a third negate essentially.
Dang, that's sneaky.
Then we're playing 2 of the Whis negate, because essentially it's a free negate that doesn't tap your mana, and when you're just waiting for your Senzu Bean, you can just use these rather than using Vados. Then we have 3 Senzu Bean. This is mainly against any aggro deck. You can charge it if you need to, but when you're going for game, it's very essential, because if you keep drawing your TNs, you can essentially just use it and then pop a TN off, and then you get a free 10k on board. Then 2 Objection. I want to bump this up to 3 because I don't see it enough, but when you're playing against a slower deck, you automatically keep this in your hand, because if you can out-ramp your opponent and out-plus them through Cell, then you automatically are winning. And then 2 Mafuba, just for big beaters. I don't like the new ruling that the card untaps, because this thing was broken. If you're Mafubaing a big card, you're essentially winning the next turn because your opponent doesn't have anything to do. They just wasted their entire mana on that 1 card, and then you're just using 2 just to block it.
Yeah, I hate when I get Mufubu. For sure. So what would you say is the hardest matchup for that deck?
Essentially the hardest matchup is probably Frieza or Goku Black. Goku Black mainly because their entire deck is focused on mana ramp, and then it'll get to 7 mana and then pop your energy. The deck can do well with very little resources, but it can't do amazingly well when there's a 30k triple strike. And then Frieza simply because they have so many negates and then they can retain value by popping a freeze and then untapping their yellow. And that's about it. This deck does extremely well in best of one because everyone thinks you're playing regular Cell and then you're playing just this monster of a deck, which is just good against everything.
Nice, yeah. Oh, for sure. Any shout-outs?
Shout out to Team OC because they're the ones that help me practice all the time. And then that's about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Like and subscribe. More deck profiles from amazing duelists and
For sure.
that's about it.
All right, man. Thanks, Ryan, for the deck profile.